everyone, it's Pam from GlamJunkJournals, and we are continuing on today in my series on using household items in your junk journals. And today we're going to be focusing on paper clips, safety pins, and bulb pins. So I am currently working on a journal, and I created a couple different fancy embellished paper clips, and I thought, hey, let's just do a tutorial on this. I know this has been done before, and there were a couple ladies, their YouTube channels inspired me, so I will put a link in the description box below. But let me show you what I created. This is a page from the current journal I'm working on, and here is one of the embellished paper clips that I am using on that page. And also here is a fancy dangle using bulb pins. So we're going to create both of those today. They're fun, they're quick and easy, and they can be tailored to any theme or type of junk journal you're working on. So let's get into it. Oh, this is so fun. I love this, you guys. So I'll move my page out of the way here, and we're going to focus on creating this baby today. So what you're going to need is basically fabric, a paper clip, and whatever embellishments you want to put on your paper clip. Easy enough. And also some type of strong glue. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac, and people have also used a glue gun. So either of those would work, but you want a pretty strong adhesive glue for this. So what you're going to start out with is one of your paper clips, and they can be any size. I am going to be using one that's this size, and this is one of my distressed paper clips that I created. And so we're going to be using that. You could use a little mini guy, or you can use the extra large ones. I don't have any of the extra large ones, but that's what we're going to do. So we're going to use this guy today, and you're going to gather some of your fabric. Now, when I do a journal, I create a bin of all of the fabric and laces and, you know, all the yummies that are going to go into the journal. So this is my pile for the journal I'm working on currently, and I pulled out some of the fabric, the tulle. I've got a little bit of eyelash trim, laces. You get the idea. So what you want to start out with is your background piece. I always like to do that. And what I mean is I'm not going to start out with this gorgeous piece of lace. That's going to be over the top. I'm going to start with one of the patterns I want in the background, or one of the fabrics. So that's what we're going to do here. And I am going to bring out, I just cut some strips of fabric. It doesn't really matter how long you want. This particular paper clip from top to bottom is about 3.5 inches. So you want to cut your strips a little bit longer than the 3.5, because what you do is you fold it over the paper clip, and you have some in the front and some in the back. So these are going to be my quote background pieces on my paper clip. And it's easy enough. These are so much fun to do, you guys. I absolutely love doing this. So what you do is you just thread your fabric through this little bit right there. And one thing you do want to be cognizant of is how thick of the fabric you're using, because once you thread it through the paper clip, and if you add 2 or 3 layers, it's going to get kind of thick. So I wouldn't use anything that's really thick, like upholstery fabric or something like that. This is kind of a satiny fabric, and then this is just a cotton blend. So we're going to thread that through and just go over the back, and you can always, you know, move it around. Now obviously this one's going to be a little long. I'm going to cut that off. And then, all right, so I don't know. Let me get my scissors here. Just gonna cut that off. Just like that. And then we're gonna add some more. This gorgeous green, look at that. Oh, this was on clearance at Hobby Lobby, yay. I like looking at the clearance section because I'm always, you know, looking for deals and things like that. And this was like 75 cents. And I'm like, oh, score. Major score. And I just love the green. So I've already gotten 3 layers, right? And then you could stop with that. I don't know if I'm going to stop with that or not. And then you just kind of move it around. I like to have all of the different layers show through, meaning, you know, you can see each of the 3. And I think that looks pretty fabulous. Now, I don't know if I mentioned, but cut your strips to about the width of your paper clip or a little bit less. I did a little bit less on mine. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to open it up and we're going to glue it down. So I'm so excited. I got a new Fabri-Tac, you guys. Isn't that cool? Oh, new Fabri-Tac works so well. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit of the Fabri-Tac on each of the layers, and then I'm going to fold over each of the layers again and make sure it's, you know, pretty secure. And I don't care about that glue glob because it's going to get covered up. And like that. And then we're going to put this last one down there. And there's so many different variations on these embellished paper clips. They're so fun. They're actually rather addicting, I gotta say. All right, now that looks wonderful, just like that. Now see, I did get a glue glob right there. Oh no, but I'm gonna cover that up. Now, it looks like I'm gonna need a little bit more right against the paper clip. So I opened it up and I'm gonna put a generous amount there and just fold that down and hold it. Yay. All right, so that is gonna be dang secure, I gotta say. All right, so there you have it. Now from here, I like to add, ooh, there's a little string coming off that guy there. I like to add something. Now it's stuck to my finger. Ah, okay. What I did on this particular one is I do like a little bit of lace or tulle or something to go over the top of this. So that's what we're gonna do. And I have got all my little bits here. Let's see what looks good over the top. That blue looks fabulous. This lace, oh, that one looks really good. And then I've got some different tulle here. Oh, I think this is it. I do. Now, what do you think? Should I have the lace over the top of the tulle or underneath? I don't know. It's pretty both ways. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this. And there again, just making it, you know, about the width of your paper clip. And we're going to thread that guy through. Pull it through and make it whatever length you want. There's a little piece of fabric scrap there. I think that looks so good. See, and you can't even see the glue glob. Okay, and then last but not least, let's put some lace. Let's do that. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. And you know, finagle how you want it. If you want some of the longer pieces, some of the shorter pieces, whether you want it directly in the center, whatever you like. Now I think that looks gorgeous. All right, so now I'm gonna flip that back up. We're gonna glue those down. Push that down And then that over the top of that. And smush it down right there. I don't know if you guys can hear, there is a massive windstorm outside. It is crazy. It is just going nuts. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I apologize if there's some wind in the background. That's what it is. It's the season where we get some scary winds because we're up like on the side of a mountain, and it just comes racing through. Eek! When we first moved in, I swear I thought our windows were going to break. I really did. And then I thought, okay, wait a minute. This house has been standing for 30 years. And nothing's happened. So you're going to be fine, Pam. You're going to be fine. So anyways, okay. So that looks great, right? So let's just trim. I like my dangles, or whatever you want to call these guys, to be different lengths. I think it just adds some interest so that they're not all the same. But there again, that's just personal preference. You can do whatever you like. And then, like I did over the top of this guy, I did a little bit of trim across the center. These little danglies, isn't that cute? And an earring. So let's do something like that. Let's see what I got in my pile here. Like that. Oh, wait. Oh, yep. Look at this. Remember this? This is from that skirt that I cut up, and it had all the lace pieces on it. Just gonna do that over the top. Love that. And you know, this is what is so fun, you guys, is these can be for any style of journal, any, you know, any theme, any colors. Oh, they're just so fun. All right, see? Oh man, doesn't that look good? Okay, and then over the top, maybe a button. Ooh, look at this button. Oh, that's fancy. Oh, I think I might be using that, or even that one. Oh, wow. Don't you love this? Ooh, I don't know. They're all awesome. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, those look so stinking good. I don't know which one to use. I don't know. I like that one. So, whoa, there's some wind. Can you guys hear it? Oh, I know. So many decisions, you guys. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Oh, and there's a little angel. Oh, man. I don't know. Since I'm kind of working on a holiday journal, this might be it, you guys. All right. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna take my trusty wire cutters here and just clip off the back of that button. Easy enough. And we're gonna glue her down with some E6000. Now, a subscriber told me that after a couple years, E6000 has a tendency to yellow on your journal pages. And I personally have not encountered that, but usually when I use E6000, for the most part, it's to glue on a heavy embellishment or a piece of jewelry or something like that. And you usually aren't going to be able to see the E6000. Like in this case, that is going to be behind the button and you won't be able to see it. All right, so there you go. One done. Isn't that cute? Ho, ho. And we're going to put it on our journal page when we're all finished with these guys. Okay, so I'm going to move that one out of the way and we're going to go on to this. I love these little bulb pin tassels. Oh, they're so versatile and so much fun. So what you want to start out with on this particular one is a piece of cardstock. I wouldn't just use just regular like copy paper or scrapbook paper because I don't feel that it would be thick enough. I think you want something a little bit more sturdy so it'll hold up to, you know, having holes in it and being hung on the side of your journal page or wherever you decide to add this embellishment. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut out this little pattern. Now, I fortunately found one of these tag punches at a thrift store. I know, really, and this thing weighs like a ton. But if you don't have that, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just cut a square or, you know, a little rectangle or whatever you want. But in this particular case, I am going to cut out a little bit of this French ephemera that I printed from the Graphics Fairy. And I'm going to stand up because I got to punch this. Ugh. And then I'm going to do another one because, well, let's see, which way am I going to do this here? Hold on just a second. I'm going to cut that little bit off. And I'm going to run another one through here because this particular punch here has two different designs, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with that. And just for reference here, these little cutouts are about 1 3/4 long by 1 inch. So 1 by 1 3/4. And that to me is about the right size for these dangles. You can make them larger. I wouldn't make them any smaller though, because I don't think they would hold up as well. But that's just me. Okay, so what I did on this particular beauty here is I did glue 2 together, and that gives it some extra sturdiness. So that's what we're going to do on this particular guy. And just going to take my Scotch Create glue stick, and I did print this double-sided. Isn't that cool? Oh, wee. I don't know. Should I do one that way and one the other way, like this? So we got one on one side, one on the other. I think so. I think that looks fabulous. All right. So we're going to glue these together. That just, to me, gives it that extra stability that you're going to want, because you don't want this hanging on your journal and then it breaks, you know, it tears. So we're going to glue those 2 together. Now, if you have some really heavy duty cardstock, you may just need 1 piece. To me, I don't know. I feel more secure with 2. Okay, so there you have it. And then I'm going to go around the edge with some of my Distress ink. And this is the Walnut Stain. I use Walnut Stain, Vintage Photo, and Antique Linen. Those are the 3 that are my go-tos on the Distress ink. I love all the other ones, and I do have a bunch of colors, but for the most part, these are the ones that I keep coming back to just because I love the vintage look. Okay, from here, what I did on this particular guy is I cut out, you can see that it says Happy Holidays. This was from a greeting card, and that was just on the inside. So any words you want to print, you don't even have to do that. But I think it just adds a cute little bit of, you know, happiness on your little tassel. So on that particular note, I found these cute little note bars. These are from Your Creative Studio, and they're kind of the same exact length as these. So I thought, why not? Granted, they don't say anything that you can read, but who cares? I'm going to put that as my little dangle. So we're going to put that together, and I'm going to glue these together. And you know, there's tons of words out there and things you can use to add on there. You can print some, or you can, if you have really good writing, you can write some. Now, I don't have good writing, but you guys, I did. I took a calligraphy class. Oh my gosh. That's going to be one of my goals, you guys, is to learn calligraphy. But I got to tell you, it's hard. In my particular opinion, it is hard. All right. And I've got to practice. And then so I'm thinking, okay, make junk journals and do all this fun stuff, or learn calligraphy. What do you think I choose most often? Oh man. Okay. So we got our 2 components so far, and then we're going to make this little tassel here. Now there's tons of different ways to make tassels. What I like to do on my tassels is I like to use a bunch of varying fabrics and trims and laces and different colors, different widths. And to me, that just, like I always say, adds interest. It's just fun to look at. So what I've gathered is some more strips, and here's some gorgeous ribbon. This is a strip of that same fabric that I used on our embellished paper clip. Let's see what else I have in my pile here. I've got a piece of gold, really thin gold ribbon, and I've got some eyelash trim, which I think looks fabulous. So we got some pink there. What else do I have? Some sari silk. Ooh, that looks good. This is looking good, you guys. And then let's use, what? I got so much stuff. I don't know, what else should I use? What did I use here? Oh, I need some lace. That's what I need, is some lace. All right, so we're gonna use that. And I don't know if that's gonna be a little too wide. Because I like them to be almost, you know, almost the same width, a little bit of difference, but let's try it. Let's try it and see what we think. Cut a little piece off of there. All right. Now, tassel making, I've seen, and I've made tassels where you make, you go around and you make a loop, and there's, you know, tons of tutorials on how to make that little loop right there, and then you do a tie or a ribbon around the edge. That would work in this particular case. But what I found, and to me was just as easy, and it works just as well, is to glue all these together at the top and then just hang it that way. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna start layering these down. And there again, you like the varying widths and lengths, right? So let's see, what else do I want here? I think that looks really good. And then we're just gonna layer again. So I'm gonna use my Fabri-Tac. We're just gonna glue these babies together. Or you could sew them. That works good too. You know, even hand sewing them, just putting a little stitch right there to get them all to stay together. Easy, easy, easy. I'm all about having fun and trying not to make things too difficult. Okay, so that looks really good. So we've got our different lengths here, and I probably will cut these to make them a little bit different here. I like that. I love eyelash trim. It's so fun. Put that on the top, and then I do need something else over the whole thing. So let's see, what else do I have that's a little strip here? I don't know. Maybe that. Yeah, we'll go with that. That's really pretty too. All right. And then we're going to smush all that together, and we're going to cut it so that it is a little bit shorter. Now I am going to hold that for just a minute till it all gets sewn, or not sewn, what am I saying? Adhered. Adhered is the word here. So I am going to put my little clip on that, hold that together. So I'm getting a little crowded here. That's how I roll. All right, and then let's see how things are looking. I think that looks really good. But I'm going to cut some little bits off here just because, like I said, I like to vary things. And I like to cut mine at an angle. And that's just, there again, personal preference. Okay, see how that looks. Doesn't that look good? Yes, it does. Okay, so while this is drying, we're going to go back to our little deal here. So what I did is I poked a little hole in the top and the bottom. Now, what I used is my crocodile, and they have a little side and a larger side. This is the little side, and we're going to do the top and the bottom right in the center. I'm just going to eyeball it on the top and the bottom, and then on my little dangle here, just on one side. Now, if you don't have a crocodile, what could you use? Let's think about this here for a second here. Use one of these little awls. Just poke a hole, right? That's almost exactly the same size. So that would work fabulously also. Or what else? What else could you use? I would think you would be able to use any sort of pin just to poke a hole, or a needle, maybe a large needle. That would be another very easy way to do that. And then let's just attach these all together. Let's find my bulb clip. So there is a bulb clip. If you don't have bulb clips, you could definitely use safety pins. Now, I learned this when I was making some safety pin embellishments. Did you know that there's two different kinds of safety pins? There's one with a coil and one that doesn't have a coil. These are called coilless safety pins. And I never knew that, but sure enough, there you have it. So just a little FYI there, if some of you didn't know that. And that, in this particular case, if I was to use a safety pin, I would use the coilless type, just because it hangs better. It goes all the way to the bottom, whereas if you use a regular one, you get this little coil and it gets in the way. That's just personal opinion. Okay, but we're going to use our bulb pins here. I've also seen these called gourd pins, G-O-U-R-D, like the vegetable, but we can call them bulb pins. All right, so there's one for the top, right? And then we're gonna put this puppy on there with another one. And then I like it so that the, I don't know, it really doesn't matter where the, the larger part, the gourd part of it, it could be hanging either way. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. What did I do on this one? Who knows? I mean, really, whether you want the big part at the top or the big part at the bottom, that's splitting hairs, really. So it doesn't matter. All right. Okay, so that's all ready. And let's see how this baby has come out. See, it's all secured together. Now I am going to cut off the ends, the extra on the top. Oops, isn't that weird? I'm left-handed, but I cut right-handed. You know, that's a whole nother story about when I grew up. They didn't have any left-handed scissors because you weren't supposed to be left-handed. Oh, yeah, right. I'm going to cut off the edge of this at the top because back in the day, it wasn't a good thing if you were a lefty. Don't get me started on that. But anyways, okay, so let's add this. So we're going to use another one of my gourd pins and then just stick it right through the top. There you have it. And we're going to run it through the bottom. And ta-da! La la la! Look at that! Isn't that fabulous? Oh, I love it! Now think of this. You could put something on this. I don't know. I don't have my bling box in front of me. But hold on. Wait. Yes, I do. I have something. I have some pearls. Flat back pearls. That would look fabulous. Ooh, let's get some of those out. Hold on. Oh, I'm so excited. See, this is fun. Fun, 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 fun. So you put a couple little beauties on the top. Stick that, whoa. Whoa, that glue had some boing. So these are self-adhering. You know, they've got their the glue on the back. And granted, don't have the dexterity that I used to, but you guys get the idea, right? Doesn't that look good? And as you can tell on this example here, I did do my wax around the edges, and I might go around and do that with these. This is the thing that I'm really into these days, the Rub and Buff metallic wax. And this, I can't even tell what it is. I think it's it says gold leaf, and you can get this at Hobby Lobby. So fun. So there you have it. Now think of this. Okay, this guy is so stinking cute, right? But what if you add your little clip onto one of the sides, right? Let me see, which side do I want it? I don't know. I don't know. And then put it, sorry, my hands are not what they used to be. This getting old thing is for the birds. It's for the birds. Okay, so there you have it. Isn't that the most fabulous thing of life? Huh? Ooh. Let's get a journal page or something to put it against. Let's see what I got going here. Okay. Here is one of my journal pages. But you guys, you know, you guys get the idea. Just put that right along the side there. Oh, doesn't that look good? Oh, yay. All right, so there you have it. Bulb pins, safety pins, and what was the other one? Safety pins, oh, paper clips, blah. Okay, there you have it, you guys. So a quick and easy embellishment for your junk journals. And these can be clipped on the outside. They can be clipped anywhere on there. They can even, let me get this one off of there. You can add this with a paper clip. Hold on, let me do that. Get you guys all inspired here. Paper clip here. Clip that on, and then you can have this hanging on, you know, a, what am I trying to say? A fabric border, a lace, you know, trim border. Look at that. Is that fun or is that fun? So I hope this has inspired you. Oh, go make some of these. Go make lots of them because they're so stinking fun. Oh, anyways, thank you for watching. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope this has inspired you, and I will see you soon in my next video. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!